All right. I think we're back, and let's just double check that things are working this time. Yep, you can definitely see what we're doing. Great, much better. Apologies. So, technical glitch, and note for future, always check whether capture is working or if it's in a frozen state and we're just looking at the same thing over and over and over again. All right. So, we will move on and look at Webflow because we fixed the top button saying now let me in, no longer has a weird border. We still need to fix the features text. Let's just make a note on that and just say to do features text on plans need to be clarified. This down here we tested. I think it works. Did we actually test it? Or did we just talk about it? It works. 14 minutes ago. Delightful. These could probably be hooked up to some sort of auth page or auth flow. I have this like a hope that I could use Clark.js for my Electron app and for auth because it gives us really, really nice time and does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. So what we would like to do is probably set up a page. Let's just map it out. Offlow. So we probably would like to have something like either auth.verbu.com or auth that we'll send the user to, and it might be something like here we have plan. And this uses clerk auth component, and we will go for, let's say, Google Workspace auth, user exists, download binary auth via through app protocol. App protocol is basically you can issue a link, something like we'll do a custom protocol called Verbu, and we'll say auth, and we'll pass like the data this way and say auth token equals my token. Desktop app receives it, stores it, and we are in business. That's kind of what we're going for. The question is, we're using Webflow for our website. Will that work? Is that even a thing? We need to figure that out. Otherwise, we need to have our own subdomain, and we could go the auth.webu.com way, and that could work. And we just use Webflow for our landing page. We'll see. What does Google say? Clerk, Webflow, authentication. So Pipedream can do something. Website. Nope. It has to include Webflow, please. Okay. 6 years ago. Okay. That's from May. Might want to check that out. What does Reddit say? Hmm. Okay. That should be enough. Create user invitation with Clerk API on a new form submission. Ooh, nice. Create user with API on new form submission. Wait, what's the difference? Create user. Oh, create user versus create user invitation. Fair enough. Delete user. We got CRUD operations. Interesting. This looks like this is very much Clerk, that's for sure. And this is Webflow. That's cool. Okay, I believe this guy. Has tested. Uh, no. Wait, what? Do we get an let's see. Check my inbox on my phone. Maybe it's not is it in the junk? Spam stuff? Yes. Okay. Nice. 1 5 and 5 6s. Email verified. Account settings. This is very much all Clerk. That's super cool. He actually did it. Okay, cool. Okay. At the same thing than JS. This seems like a lot of work. Not saying we shouldn't do it, it couldn't be done this way, but we want to do this fast, and this looks like a multi-day project to me. I'm not the best programmer in the world by any means. You'll probably see that in a later stream. So we're trying to figure out, is there an easy plug and play way we can do this? So I get it can be done. Uh, but is it worth it, or is it easier if we just do something else on a subdomain? Hmm, let's try and see what happens. Authentication is like such a formal word. Is there something better that we could come up with that doesn't sound like so clerkish or so like it sounds it feels wrong to say nerdy, but it feels like very okay. For now, we'll call it Clark, and we can think about what to do with it. Um, custom code. We can do stuff here. We can do stuff here. Okay, Clark.com Webflow. There is oh quick starts. I guess we have to do the entire thing ourselves, right? Hmm. 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 Okay. I am in their Discord community. Let's try here and just see if, as a proxy, just to point a couple URLs to some static pages built with Webflow, no login functionality. What is this? Sounds like a formal thing. Where did the message go? Oh, there. Not sure if it helps. Looking for drop-in webflow. Hmm. Looks like this isn't easy to do. So maybe Webflow is just our landing page, and we have to do everything else elsewhere. That kind of sucks. We didn't think about that from the beginning, but that's okay. Hmm. Um, Talking to Kenneth, who built inspect.dev, and this is Clerk as well. Oh, sign up. Is this just like a Next.js page or some sort? It probably is. Next static, yep, probably is. So we should have built this in Next.js and just hosted it all on Vercel. Because then if we log in, do it with Google. Oh, I see what it's doing then. Welcome, redirect here and say, oh, open expect because we already have the session and now we're in business. That's genius. Okay, so we are shit out of luck. So if we want to do the same thing, we do what? Like I don't like we spent days and we're already paying for this. Can we go back? Close. Discard. We're already paying for this. This works. We could just have a login button here. That leads us to app.verbue.com. or slash auth or dot. Doesn't really matter, but then host something separately. Okay. Are we really doing this? Are we doing it now or are we doing it later? Hmm. Hmm, hmm, hmm. We'll park that for now, but the plan will then be, let's write that down. We'll do it like this. Maybe we should call it app. User signs in or up plus user management. We'll handle assets and download here. Desktop assets, just to be clear. And desktop app onboarding is literally saying, hey, go to this page to receive your token. And we're in business. Kind of feels bad that we didn't think about this and we build all this just to do additional stuff. But it feels like going that way compared to what this gentleman over here is doing. I like that he's sharing the library, but let's check it out real quick. Whoa. Okay. Based out of Vancouver. I used to live in Vancouver. Uh, GitHub, can you help? No. No link to anything. So we can't even see what's going on. We could give it a whirl and see what happens, but at the same time, like completely closed source, it could be anything. Like for all I know, he could be grabbing all our auth, and it seems risky. I wouldn't really dare go this way, even though I would like to have what this guy's doing. Hmm. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Hmm. Let's fix this first. Subject, enterprise plan. Curious about the enterprise plan. Anything else we need? Nope. Okay. This would go to auth or app. Which is better, auth or app? What would you expect? App feels more human. Auth feels more right. Fuck it. Excuse my language. Plan equals personal. Free. Did we actually say new tab? Yes, we did. Here. This works. One thing we mentioned in the morning we want to fix is this. This looks kind of wonky. Can Why is this all the way to the left? It's because of this one here. Don't do that. And these that way. And this one here that way. Or centered. Centered works. I'll publish this and check it out on my phone. You're welcome to check it out too and let me know if something is messed up. I have a huge iPhone, so I can't really tell how it's gonna look on others just yet. Great, much better. don't have SoMe stuff just yet. But we're probably not gonna have a Discord. Maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know. Hero icons. Do they have a LinkedIn? No. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I can find her. You got me? Mm. Looking for something in the same style. All black would do. This. SVG. Does this work? Go here, go here. Clipboard is empty. Download? They haven't? No? Sweet. Okay. Take the photo. Gonna hit replace. Gonna upload something new. And say LinkedIn. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Replace with this. No? Oh, much better. The container here, all this. That looks kind of aligned. Good. What else do we have on our to-do list? I think this is pretty good. We are not yet live on LinkedIn. We'll get there. Should we just do it? We should probably just do it. Welcome to my LinkedIn. Mm, did this once before. Where do I create a company? Me, company, company. I mean, we have this. Can we just change this to something else? It's just me. Settings, edit page. English. It is just me. Okay, save it. The logo, we want something else. That's unfortunate. In case you're wondering what this used to be one of my earlier attempts to create a business. It was an idea that I had for management, training, and education. So now we're just repurposing that. Let's see. Page post, nothing, nothing, nothing. Settings. The cover image, don't need that just yet. Okay. This doesn't do anything. Can we just write whatever? Oh, we can just write whatever. Education, English, public speaking, language, something like that. Okay. No thanks. But what is the company page? Here? That it? Grab this. Ah, invite to follow. Stuart Butterfield? No, not yet. We're not there yet. View as member. Aha. This was what I was hoping for. Can someone test this and let me know if it works? If I do, like, I trust that it works. I hope so. Let's go with it and we'll figure it out later if it doesn't. This one, this one. And how is there a way where it's like have multiple accounts connected? Add an existing kind of. Nope. Maybe we should set up a Google Workspace before we do that. Okay, we'll handle that later when we actually have an email. Plus 20? What does that mean? Do we have 20 people looking on Twitter? It says 21 over here. That's a lot of you. Is that really true? Okay, so far so good. Maybe we should take care of the Google Workspace stuff next. Do they have a button we can click and it will just work? No, 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 no. Deals? Sometimes the world is weird. Yesterday I actually looked at what does it require to register a trademark just for the fun of it? I never tried that. It's like when you talk about, I don't know, mugs with or cups with pineapple on it, and then the next thing you know, Instagram or whatever social media platform you're using is suggesting you to like, how about you buy a cup with pineapples on it? And the only thing you did was to say it out loud in your living room. It's like there's like 0% chance my phone is not listening to everything that I say. Zero. That freaks me out sometimes, but it has happened so many times now, and you're like, maybe this is just reality. It's terrible, but what can you do? And that's probably the problem actually, that we're all like, oh, what can I do? This is just reality. Like it's so terrible when you think about it, but at the same time you kind of just accept it and like can't even figure out what to do about it if I can't do something. So I just like silently accept something that's like so terrible or wrong in some way. At least it's not terrible. It's like it feels kind of icky. How is this not a thing? Google Workspace. Okay, I guess there's no deals. That's fair. Yep, I know. Oh, I saw that somewhere. There is account types or something. Plan type. Plans. How about that? Because there's different types of starter, pooled storage per user. Yes, yes, yes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What are we not getting? Perfect. Starter it is. It's just me. Hold on. Current email address. Yes. Do we want to use our non-Google email to set up the Google Workspace? We'll use this email to log into Gmail. No. Do you have? Yes, I have one I can use. Every time I see this domain, I'm so happy. It's just 5 letters. Like, so happy. Danny. New item, new login. Danny at review.com. Generate a new password. Seems good enough. Let's go with this for now. No, no, no. I'm not a robot. Yes. Add a promo code. I know folks who work at Google, but do we really want to reach out and say, hey, no, we don't have time for that. I would like to catch up with them though, but hold on. I'll do this on a different screen just because you don't have to see my home address. I've heard terrible things can happen if you share your home address online. Sooner or later, we'll probably share it by accident, but until then, then I had to do payment to FA, kind of them to give us. Nope. Better. Wait, what's happening? You can close this page and return 5 minutes. Oh, we're doing the whole. Okay. Yeah. Have me. Don't need to create more users. Oh, I do need to create more users. Hold on. Sorry. Can we do that one more time? Nope. Okay. Then we will just change some things up here. And the default email will just be my email instead of hello. Or we'll just create two and redirect one of them. Um, it should be possible to just do an alias, right? Um, Google Workspace email alias. That's fine. Users, me, yes. Perfect. Problem solved. Skip this for now. That is okay. This is done. 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 Looks like we're now in Google Business. Wonderful. And don't need to do anything here. We changed our minds. And this, let's just double check. Hello. Nice. I think we can close that. We can close this, 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 this. This is what we did yesterday, thanks to Dennis, which is super fucking cool. Predicting customer behavior on our pricing section. It worked super well. It was so fun. Like, look at this. This is the design that we ended up going with, by far the highest hit rate compared to like where we started, which was something like this. See if I can find the other one. Like this is how we started. Classic design header. You have your pricing information, and you have a call to action button in the like down below. AI suggests that like so little attention will actually go down here. The user's fire like is pretty likely to drop off even before you get there. We try to just like swap things around and put the call to action in the top. Nobody or like way fewer than reading the text, which is actually pretty important because we're doing something quite cool on the billing side. We can talk about that in a second. Call to action gets way more attention. And we had the last one, the last option that we ended up going with, which is a lot of attention, especially on the like the paid tier, which we like. A lot of attention on the header as well. Less so on the free and enterprise, and that's okay. We can live with that. See here the importance of really nailing it in the first two bullets, and here in the top and second one on the free tier. Like the bottom one, or for the center one, the bottom two, way less attention. So it doesn't like much less important. You really want to kill it with like your first two lines. That was super cool. I love that. Really appreciated it. Okay, we're done here. This seems to work really well. We've tested this. The buttons look nice. The mail tool looks right. This even works. Cool. Oh, we forgot about this one. Um, is that this one? Yeah, let's go here. Sign up with Google. Here we go, folks. Let's pick my birthday. No. Yes. Whatevs. Skip that for now. Technology, please. Select three. Um, what do we like? Career and science? Or business? Finance? Forget finance, we get all the Wall Street stuff. Science, we'll go with science. I mean, that's the beauty of owning the platform. You just like put yourself in top two, right? Okay, fine. You got me. Likes are private. Mr. Musk. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Downloads. We have a logo here somewhere. That will do. And cool. This. Let's just make sure we store it. Point to the right one. Dashboard. Here, here. Open a new tab. Good. Okay. And we are good to go. Close these down. Done with that. Is our Gmail now working? Fine. Verifying. Sweet. Please say you have a Clark template. No? Clark.js? Really? Clark Vercel template. Yes. Would that work? No. Okay. How? I mean, it works. Now I just want to clone you. Not a thing. Nice. Okay. This is what we want, I think. Let's call it user or auth. I'm still on the fence. Like auth feels, I don't know, authful. Users, app, profile. Okay. GPT. Hmm. Where are you when we need you? For the love of copy, which is my trusted copywriter, I need a different word instead of authentication. It feels too tech for my liking. The word is something is should describe authentication, user management, profile, and billing. Not describe, but be related. Be related to. Can you please list 5 suggestions? Verification, approval, access. One word, please. Confirmation, approval, verification. If they don't relate to access control, then what would you suggest? Please just list single words. Doesn't feel good either. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. Yes. Check this out. Hello.verbu.com. Because that's auth is like welcome greeting. It's not welcome, it's like hello. Welcome sounds like a landing page. Hello, less so, but it's still humanish. Create a pirate repo. Yes, please. Okay, there's a lot of secrets that we need to fill out. I will just do this off stream, I think. Hold on. What should we entertain you all with? I created this today. These two, just because kind of look boring when we start and when we say be right back. So look at that. The power of AI, not me. But I kind of like it. I think it's pretty cool. Mm, Mixed public. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how we're gonna do this. Excuse me here. API URLs, integrations. Okay, I think we got it. Um, just need to paste the last few ones in. And we are deploying, and I can now share my screen again because there's no keys leaking. Awesome. This is exciting. What I was looking for over here is now we've changed this to be our subdomain, and we needed to paste a few URLs, so we can go to hello.verbio.com/sign in. Congratulations. Go to dashboard. Okay, more DNS. Add a record. We want to see name record. It should be our hello. Hello. I hope the world will think hello is as genius as I did. Well, I do. Oh, no, 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 no. Not what I meant. Because I actually think it's pretty cool. Instead of being auth or app or profile or user or something, hello. Let's see. CNAME hello. CNAME Vercel DNS. Looks right. No. Hmm. We'll give it some time. This is not our side. This is not our side. Cool. Not in production yet, which makes sense. We have our repo here. Oh, I see. All right, we'll fix that. Source. Let's just roll with this one and move this out of the way. And ta-da! We are in business. Wrong one. This one. What do we got? Dev, build, start. Let's just try and run it. npm run dev. What do we got? Next dev. A. Hold on. Environment template. I'll just move this to a different screen while I check what's going on with the keys. Ah, makes sense. We had to put stuff in, but they didn't copy it over, which is fair. So we'll just fix that up real quick. Okay. And you can realize this is going to take a minute. So if you're still thinking, what is it even that we're doing? It's basically this, an app that can help you speak better English. I could certainly use this myself. I know, or I can imagine podcasters could as well. I saw this interesting thing, or a good friend of mine shared it with me, how this really popular podcaster was um streaming, and he has like a top five of like this is the his OGs of podcasting, like the people he's looking up to. And there's like he's not friends with any of them, but like have had one of them on his podcast at some point. And one day his phone lit up and it was a call from one of the OGs he have had on in the past. And he said, I really, really enjoy your podcast, but for the last hour you've been talking in this episode that I'm listening to, you said like over 100 times. And he was like so embarrassed, but also thankful that someone told him. But he's been podcasting for years. Nobody told him. And he didn't figure it out himself. Yeah, you might be thinking, oh, why didn't he just like realize that when he was like cutting and splicing and editing the video? But the reality is that doesn't really happen. Or maybe just like, yeah, I don't know, it's okay. Everyone does it. But upon hearing it, he was like, oh shit, I know, and I need to fix this. Software can do that. And I was talking to another friend who was working for an international company, and they were hiring someone in Asia. And they were interviewing two individuals. One of them really good at his job, not good or not great at English, speaking English whatsoever. Like really hard to understand. Strong accent. Second one, not really good at his job, but very good English skills. And they actually were considering hiring the like guy who couldn't do his job well, but they could communicate with over someone who's really good at his job, but they have a hard time communicating with. That's unfortunate, right? So, like, imagine that there was software out there that could help a employee like that who have this like great opportunity at his hands, but he ends up getting rejected because his verbal English skills is not great or not great. And maybe the employer could just like say, "Oh, we have this like you get this piece of software for like the next 12 months. It will cost them like $30 a month or something." And in like 3 months, they have a very capable employee who now speak English way better. He will have super high job satisfaction and they will have a great employee. Wouldn't that be great? And I don't think you can get that with Duolingo or something like that. So that's basically what we're building. We're solving that problem, and I think it can be done. The question is whether we can do it cost effectively or not. But we're still too early to say that for sure. We need to gather a bit more data and then crunch about a bunch of numbers. All right. Um, I just need to see how Next.js handles environment variables. Okay, so it's development and production, not dev and prod. Okay, development, rename production. So we're just fixing these two up to match this. And local always overrides the default set. Um, Git ignore, don't have, they already have it in here. Great. Don't need to worry about that. So let's skip that, try running this one more time and see if we're in business. Localhost. Woohoo! Looks like we're good. Um, oh, thankfully they have Tailwind here as well. That helps a lot. So now we just need to fix this up. We have sign in, sign up. Gonna need another one for desktop. Let me just like copy this for now. Rename desktop. So I haven't really done much in Next.js, so we will have to figure all that out. Thankfully, Vercel is like top tier when it comes to like documentations. Like they're in general a company that are like I look to and like they're moving so fast. A lot of companies when they like get to I think a year or so ago I heard Vercel was like at the $50 million ARR mark. And that itself is like really, really good. I saw that with Slack as well. And like Slack thankfully didn't do this either, but I've seen other companies slow down when they reach that kind of like 30 to 50 million-ish zone because it gets like it's comfortable and you're like, oh, we now have something that most people consider a success. So the appetite for risk goes down dramatically. There's this famous thing, Startup Valley of Death chart. Let's see if we can find it. ARR here. This here. This is real. Like our first objective is to get to like plus 1 million in ARR. That's like our goal with what we do right now. Like obviously we want to ship, but it also needs to be like a business that can actually sustain itself. But like or like less than a million. If you want to go over, that's like 4%. And the reason it's like so hard to get to each of these steps and more people like stop. And I worked at a company where like we're sitting right at the $50 million mark and like sat there for like ages. It's a thing, but it's like the appetite for risk just goes down. The complexity of the organization goes down, and I imagine it's the same thing when you're like when you cross 10 million or you cross like 1 million. Like when I joined Slack, we were here, so like just coming out of it. Like I think when I joined Slack, it was like $24 million ARR, and then like obviously over the like years, it just like took off like a rocket. So I don't even like this was just like a blip. But for most companies, like you get comfortable and you sit there like, oh, we have a success, and like people really look up to what we do, and like our appetite for risk goes down. Like, and when you're starting down here, you're like, I got nothing. I really just want something, and you're like you're betting everything you got to like move forward, and that's what we're doing right now. And then maybe some user will sign up and say, "Oh, I will actually love this and pay for it," and like that would make me super proud. But then I can easily see how if you're sitting on something that's actually working and like is able to like bring in revenue, how you're like, now I can't change it too much because what if people won't like it? And eventually you'll like crawl out of that like fear and like you ladder up. And I think not a lot of folks are talking about that with, for instance, someone like Elon Musk, but what he's doing really well is like his appetite for innovation is extreme, and he's not afraid of like going down here, or he knows this, and he's willing to bet so much on like taking the next leap and the next leap and the next leap, and it's so hard because you're making a calculated bet, but you only have so many shots, right? And if all your bets fail, like it's like being on in a casino. If you're betting 10% of your bankroll every time, like if you're wrong 10 times in a row, well, guess what? You're back to zero. There's a really really good book on this by Andy Duke, Poker Pro. Um, Andy Duke. It's called Thinking in Bets. Really really good book. Highly recommend it. The gist of it is every choice that you make is a bet. Like you don't know the outcome. You're working out of probabilities, and like Verbu we're building is like the probability of more than me wanting or needing this is super high. There's so many English speaking individuals out there that want to improve, and like so much data shows that like your English speaking ability is directly correlated to the like jobs and salary that you get. So this has to be a thing. Also because it's like one of those things that you rarely get feedback on. And like having a verbal teacher 1 hour every week or every second week doesn't really move the needle, especially when you're on a call or something. Like there's no one providing you feedback. So like there is a I think there's a need for this. But so the probability of it working out is relatively good. And then like, well, you don't know what you don't know, right? And there's like the cost that goes into building something and trying and figuring it out. But what you really want to focus on, and that's what the book is all about, is like opportunities with an asymmetric upside. So the upside is way bigger than the downside or potential downside. So if you can bet $10 100 times in a row, and if you win, you get $100 back. But if you lose your $10. Like take the bet, even like, and if it's a 50-50, like you win so much money in no time. And even if it's like I don't know, 1 to 6, you're probably still good, right? Um, but like find bets that have a bigger upside than downside, and the bigger upside compared to the downside, the better it is. Um, and that's like one of my mental frameworks for just like decision making in general. Like I moved to Canada years ago and lived there for 7 years or 6 years, and it was great. But like I've never been to Canada, never lived there. Chances of it working out high. Chances of me enjoying it probably. Um, what could go wrong? Well, maybe I didn't like it, but then I could always go back to Denmark where it came from. Not the biggest, like not the end of the world. So like there's so much to gain and little to lose other than maybe some money and some time. So huge upside, low downside if things were going wrong. Take the bet, do it, and go. So this works. Let's actually test this. I used my keys for my dev instance. So maybe I can just sign in. I can just sign in. Wow. Okay, that's fine. I respect that. Dashboard here. Let's not have this. And this. Wow. What are we? Cool. Code switcher. Have the clerk and the next logo, the user button. That's this one. Nice. User details, the code switcher here. That's so cool. I like this. Super cool. We can work with that. Um, let's go back here. Dashboard, learn more. Which page is this? Is that just home? Layout? Nope. Page? Oh, start. That's this one. Okay. That makes sense. And how does it look when I sign out again? Same thing, just as sign in instead. So that's the signed in. You get the link to the dashboard if you're signed out. You get the sign in button, and then the rest is the same. Learn more, all the visuals. That's cool. So, I mean, we need to figure out how we then say, well, if we sign in, kind of want to test this in production because that was my biggest issue before, but I'm pretty sure it'll just work because this is just in the browser. We have this. We probably simplify these quite a bit. This, we have our header. Hmm. So, just thinking, what should we do next here? What makes sense? We need some branding in here so we can see it's us. Get rid of all the things that we don't like or don't need. Like start to strip things away so we're not bloating it. We can copy things over from our Webflow design that we would like to keep. And then what? We need to test the, the desktop thing. Like the whole protocol. Let's see, is that a thing? Clerk, custom, proto. I mean, probably actually don't need that. That's just something on us. Um, no idea how it works in JavaScript though. We can ask. Who should we ask? Should we ask Google or GPT? Chat. Is this something that you know about? I working on a website and which need to issue a custom protocol to link to my desktop application. The protocol is not good uh, Next.js and JavaScript. How do I do this? Yes, 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 yes. Is that it? Really? That's embarrassing. Sometimes you think it's like it has to be something complicated, but it's not. Okay, so that's promising. We'll get rid of a lot of things here. Learn more. We don't need to learn more. Bye. Oh, oh, page. Nope. Okay. This is us. Say hello to desktop. Before, just do this. Feels like there's more to it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe we just do exactly what they say, and we will. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nope, still a thing. And this here. Oh, it's been a while since we've done something like this, but I'm pretty sure we can say, let's see, app when ready. Session, no, protocol. Okay, we need to find some documentation here. Um, hmm, that seems better. Okay. Yeah, we need to remove clerk as well. Okay. So if we have this, we have too many things now. Nope. We still have this. Get rid of it. Okay. So it didn't work, but we opened something else. Was that what happened? Um, so it opens this different thing, path to app, but it might just be because our dev Electron app is actually, because it's dev, it's using the Electron binary behind the scenes, so it's not actually loading our app because all Electron dev apps, I think, uses the same binary background. You just like push whatever you want to load into it. It doesn't have its own binary. So what we'll do now to figure out whether we are right or not is just remove clerk from our Electron app because we no longer need this. No longer needed. We have a different plan. No more clerk. And I'll just move this to a different screen and remove the keys from the environment. Don't need that either. So at some point, we need to revisit our CSP because that's giving us a lot of things we no longer need. Um, Here, we'll comment out this one for now, but if we have desktop token for clerk, load core, else load onboarding. Oh, no, no, like this. Here, no more clerk, no more clerk. Here. Mhm. We need to fix this. Let's see if we still run. We definitely don't. Core application. What's up? Oh, we forgot to hit save. We're back in business. Good. Now, npm run start. Okay. Actually, let's make a new version. Let's deploy an app and or create a installable version, and we will see if we can launch it. Okay. npm. We want to build this for Mac. Oh, npm run build Mac. Okay. While this builds, I'm gonna go on a quick bathroom break, and we will be back in just a few minutes. We are officially back. The building is done. Let's see. Grab our installer here so you can see it. Applications. Here we go. Actually, if we close it completely, shouldn't it just open? If we bring it up here and say localhost, it's going to sign in. Hello, desktop. That should just work, right? Welcome back. Holy fucking shit. Wonderful. And excuse my swearing. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Okay. So, what do we need? Let's see. Offload. We need a sign in page, sign out page, desktop off page. We'll do that right now. I'm hyped. This is happening. Let these out of the way. And don't need this. We have this. We can park you over here. Grab this one, this bad boy here. Too far. Okay. Have this here. This we don't need right now. Okay, I'm not gonna close it, it's fine. Here we go. Okay. So home. This here. This will be our header. Shouldn't this like auto refresh if I save here? Isn't that a thing? Okay. Just want to make sure it works. Um, we're signed in. User profile. Hmm. Get rid of this here. And just say this. Last name. We don't need these two. Images down here look good. We don't need those right now. We have some background image somewhere here. That's you. Here we go. What's up? Okay. Not clickable? Why? What happened? Okay. Rewind. When did things fall off a cliff? Why is that? Oops. Download. So we need to figure out clerk API user token. Or Mhm. So this is probably what we want. Something like that at least. And then we hand that off to the desktop. Mm, Okay, we're not gonna wrap this up today, but we're on the right track. Let's see. What did we like add to our to-do list? Feel like I have a good sense of where we need to go next week with this, so we can certainly do that. Probably not gonna happen today though. Friday, it is a short day for me. Mm, Here, let's take a look. We have a sense of where we want to go. Good, good. Mm, we know that our desktop app can receive the token. That's great. We have the hello.verbview.com going. Okay, so let's just say Monday. What do we want to do Monday? We want to have a complete auth-flow. Implement sign in, sign out, token handover. Like this. I'll move this one up here so we have it for next week. We have the landing page done to our liking, which is great. We just need the feature checks fixed up. Yep, this we don't need anymore. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So what's the last one? Desktop app onboarding. Oh yeah, we need to redo the onboarding in-app. Handle no token gracefully in app. Sign in sign versus sign back. And two different scenarios. First time users, or you've been signed out for some reason or voluntarily. Want to treat them slightly differently. That should keep us busy Monday. And maybe cheat and start sometime during the weekend. And yesterday, so 2 days ago, we can add this for before we wrap up. 2 days ago, we had a session that lasted around approximately 3 hours, which was great. This week, we managed to get a separate version of the app running to record our streaming sessions. Fun stuff. It's not running today, but it did yesterday and it did it the day before. Both sessions, yesterday and the day before, 3 hours a pop. The weird bit with 2 days ago was the output was like the recorded length was only 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yesterday we talked a bit about it, and our assumption was, well, at some point during the stream, I took out my AirPods going for a break and popped them back in when I came back. When this happens, our default microphone output on device changes because Mac registers my Bluetooth AirPods no longer in. They say, "Oh, let's change to the second best thing we got in built-in microphone, probably." I come back, sit down in my chair, pop them back. It's like, now we have they're back. Let's use them. But in changing microphone, the auto capturing is like, yeah, I think he's done, and we don't handle that scenario. So we need to figure out what do we do about it? Do we just like start a new recording? Can we handle it gracefully and just continue? I think the easiest for now is probably just like keep the session, but like here the session consists of X recordings. Yesterday we didn't take out the airports doing the session, and our recording lasted 3 hours and I don't know, 15, 16 minutes. So this week we also built some magic that can split our audio into 10-minute segments, just because our API accept max 10 minutes at a time for analysis. So we can send it a bunch of 10-minute bits and say, hey, check this out. It works. And we get the assessment back, which looks like this. If you haven't seen it before, let me just. If you speak nerd, you'll know what this means. If you don't, well, this is just a structured way of explaining or for providing the output on or the assessment of my English. So I picked something which probably in it mid sentence here, and I say, and I like this background here. Accuracy 100%. My prosody score not 100%, is like only 84. We can then go into a breakdown. It's like, where is it off? My when I say and, is not really great. That's like definitely dragging me down. And like we can see, is there any breaks? And just like very, very detailed breakdown of how I speak, my speaking patterns, and do I have weird breaks, missing breaks? Is my sound monotone, or what kind of errors do I make when I speak? Do I change pitch or not? All these things. We have that for the entire like hour and a half almost we recorded. And yesterday or this morning I ran the code on the same bits and pieces, and we have 3 hours of recordings and all the JSON output with our analysis of how we speak afterwards. There's some few interesting observations though. Our 10-minute bits are just over 50 megabytes a piece, but our 3 hour recording is uh, just over 200. So when we segment the audio, it takes up a lot more space for some reason. Might just be an encoding issue. But otherwise, it just worked, and I put a stopwatch on to see how long time does it actually take to analyze 3 hours and something minutes of speech and give us very accurate results back. And the answer was 5 minutes and 15 seconds or something, which is like super impressive. Really happy about that. And the reason is we can do it all in parallel. So it's like 5 minutes to analyze 10 minutes, and we can just like analyze as many 10 minutes bits in parallel as we would like. Cool stuff. The question is, what does it cost? And we actually don't know. But maybe we can figure out before we wrap up. Because that's really what's going to determine whether this will be is this even a viable thing to build or not? And if not, we need to go back to the drawing board in terms of like what kind of feedback can we provide. But Microsoft Azure, which we're relying on, their cost analysis is kind of slow. or it's lacking quite a bit in terms of timing. So we need to like at least wait a few days to see how much money did we actually spend. Um, but it doesn't bode well, does it? Our 3 hours yesterday costed us 50 Danish crowns, which in dollars, calculate four calculators. So we have 48, and like the dollar is probably like 6.7 or something. Like $7, which is surprisingly high, I must say, because that's $7 for 3 hours. And let's just say divide by 3.5, like $2 an hour. Pricing Azure Cognitive Services. Mm, can we just get this in US dollars, please? And just say DKK to USD. Sorry, USD to, okay, 6.8. Close enough. But we are relying on a few things. Speech to text, this, and then this. So it should be less than half, or like around half in terms of pricing. And it's not even real time. Or maybe it is. Maybe it actually is real time. I could, maybe it assumes it's real time. But if we, I would love to get to a point where we just like do batch processing. That would like bring down the cost quite a bit. Fast transcription in preview. What does this mean? I mean, we can reduce the like 20% if we do commitments at some point. Like the whole pronunciation assessment comes with an added cost. So we need to figure out what's up with the payment and what we're going to do about it. But that's for next week. But it is cool that it's possible. So I think I'll sign off and just say have a great weekend and see you all next week. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Cheers.